Alright, so Wheel of Time, Season 1. I made a video 6 months ago, and I was praising it quite highly. I saw nothing but positivity, really, and that was only when the first 3 episodes had come out, so, oh boy. I have definitely changed my opinion. I was wrong, yes, very much so. And yeah, this one won't be so glowing. I watched episodes 1, 2, and 3, and I loved them. Thought they were super cool, and I mean, they were okay. The first episode was kind of boring. I don't know. There was a lot of blah blah. Episode 4, I was excited for when it came out, and I watched it, and I was like, well, that was alright. I mean, that was kind of cool, I guess. I mean, got a lot of Lan and Nynaeve, which was great. I appreciated that, but I was like, where the hell is everyone else? These aren't the main characters, but whatever, character development, good for ya. Episodes 5 and 6, though, when those came out, Jesus, I kind of lost hope in the show, because, like, you would wait a week for an episode, and then you get a boring ass episode where almost nothing happens, and it's just kind of like, and then the next episode, episode 6, was just like another boring episode. I was like, oh my god, no. And I lost hope. I was like, that's it. This show, just whatever, I don't care. And then episode 7 came out. I was kind of dreading it. I was like, oh great, what's gonna happen this time? But I loved that episode. I thought it was super cool because it's like finally like, yes, Rand is the dragon reborn, and I was like, hooray! They didn't fuck it up. And so I regained hope, and I was like, okay, cool. Like, there's gonna be a cool season finale. It's all gonna be peaches and cream, right? But the season finale came out, episode 8, and I was like, oh god, I remember yelling at the TV, like, at certain points, because I was like, no! They can't do that! What the fuck? You know? I was very upset. I was like, oh my god! I hated it. I hated it so much. I had so much hope reinstilled by episode 7. But no. Unfortunately, it just crushed me. Like, after that, like, I didn't even want to make a review. I was just so defeated. Just like, wow, all my hopes in this show just went out the fucking window. And I'm kind of depressed because of it a little bit. It sucked. For me, I was just like, damn, that just happened. Alright, damn. I'm just, yeah, it was a tragedy, really, because I mean, it might have been really great if all the outside circumstances of the whole COVID restrictions and the actor being replaced and all this and that, like, if all that hadn't happened, maybe it could have been really cool, but good lord. So many character deaths that should not have died. So many things happened that should not have happened. Like, you know, healing Nynaeve from death. That was unquestionably atrocious. And the whole battle, I was like, oh, it's going to be so epic. Rand's going to be like, oh, coming in super badass and just wiping the floor with all these Trollocs and shit. No, that didn't happen. It was just some chicks, they just decimated everything. And what's that guy's name? Jesus, I should know this. He's one of the great captains, right? You know who I'm talking about. It looks like he died, and it looks like Uno and Inktar and fucking Loyal, they all got stabbed. You're just like, what the fuck, dude? And like, I was hoping for like maybe at least some big showdown with Perrin and Padan Fain, but like nothing. So it's like, how on earth? They finished it, right? Probably, obviously, and then they're just like, oh, let's sit down and watch it. They're like, this is great. Let's put this out. Or they just had no more time. They're like, well, shit. But who knows? Anyway, it's been 6 months now, and a lot has gone down. I haven't made a video because, well, one, I was embarrassed, and two, there's lots of personal stuff going on. I mean, obviously, I shaved my head. I'm gonna be moving soon. And, yeah. I still don't understand the whole why people are saying, oh, it's just woke. It's just the woke agenda. Like, it's not. I mean, they do focus more heavily on the female characters, but I mean, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, the female characters in the books, they're quite heavily focused on too, so as long as they don't just like cut Rand's story out almost entirely, I don't know. We'll see for season 2. I still have hope that season 2, without all the bullshit, going on outside of the production, it's like, hopefully they'll learn from this, they'll get it together, and maybe they'll have Brandon Sanderson help them out a little more, because I remember watching his reaction, and like immediately after the season finale ended, he was just like, I wish they would have sent me that script. And I was just like, yeah, me too, man. Holy shit. It's, yeah. Oh. And, like I said in the other video, if you watched that, probably not, um, I recommended it to, like, my uncle and, like, a bunch of friends and stuff, and I was like, oh, check this out, it's so cool. And, I was kind of embarrassed afterwards. Like, I went to a lot of people and I was like, I'm so sorry. The books are fantastic. I don't know what the fuck happened. Fortunately, one of my friends really did enjoy it, and he didn't read the books. So that's cool. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people out there genuinely do really enjoy the show. I mean, I did about 50%. uh, yeah. Oh my god. Whew. It was very embarrassing. I felt like ashamed almost, just like I hyped this up so much and it fell on its face. And man, it's really a travesty. And now I'm seeing, okay, like Man Carrying Things made an excellent video. It's like an hour and something minutes. It's really good. I like pretty much agree with all that. Excellent. And like I noticed in a lot of these things, these people on Twitter and stuff, they're saying like, oh, well, I don't really feel like reading the books anymore. Like, I read the first couple and now I'm just kind of like, meh. Or like, these people are kind of falling out with the series as a whole. And I mean, I really encourage people not to do that because the books alone are incredible pieces of art. Like, they don't deserve to be tarnished by a TV show. I mean, you had that shit pilot that came out a long time ago, and like, it's just, it's not the books, It's, the books are their own thing, and you shouldn't fall out with the books because a show made you feel a certain way. The books are still there. The books are still excellent. You can still read those. I encourage you to read those because it's one of my favorite series of all time. Thank you, Daniel Green, for, I found his channel quite a few years ago, and he, suggested, you should read The Wheel of Time, and I'm just like, yes, I did, and I'm so happy I did. But yeah, I hope in the future for season 2, I hope they learn a lot, and I hope they improve, and I hope things get better, and I hope if it continues that seasons in the future will be handled better. And yeah, I yeah, I took down the video I made 6 months ago. I took it down, and I guess I was just hella ashamed and like I didn't have time or energy to make another video. But I just put it back up and I just watched it, so it's fine. I mean, it's just like a little time in history when, I can look back and see how much hype there was around the show, how much hype I had for the show. And now it's like, well, here's the 6 months later disappointment. It's whatever. You know, hopefully I'll be making some more videos in the future and blah blah blah. And the last video, talk about the longest fucking intro ever. God, it's like almost 2 minutes. And like, Jesus Christ, dude, cut it down. Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Well, have a good day, everybody, and be good people. Be nice to others. Unless they're dicks.